Okay, this is Sunday. What's the date today? July
21st.
21st.
July 21st.
And we're at the Paso Fair, the Mid-State Fair, and this is Jody, and he's all the way from
Santa Clara County. Stanford, to be specific.
Santa Clara County. Yeah, so how's it going, Joseph?
It's going great. I'm here at the State Fair, my first time being at an event like this. And I am thoroughly impressed by the amount of political activism that exists here. So I've seen 3 booths already, all of them advocating different sides of the political spectrum.
So what did you think about the Republican booth?
So what I noticed about the Republican booth, there's a lot of activity and general excitement at the booth. There's a cutout of Trump, which is attracting a lot of attention. They have a few volunteer sheets to sign up. So you put your email address, your phone number. They have a very lengthy list of people who are signing up. So clearly people are motivated to support the Republican Party and the nominee that they have for the county supervisor, I believe. I think the guy's name is John. People are coming up to this guy, shaking his hand. He seems like a hometown hero in a sense. So that was very nice to see. There's a picture of, I think, the founding fathers, a few articles about the Constitution in general. So they're advocating this kind of political education instead of, I guess, being a demagogue and kind of preaching to the people. They're letting the principles that founded this nation speak for themselves. And it's quite successful.
Now, I saw a place where you can actually register to vote, so I think a lot of people are registering to vote too. So
Right. And I think it's part of the general political climate. People are answering the calling of our times to be more engaged. So I think that's an instance of that as well.
yeah, so tell me about the Democrat booth that you went and saw.
Well said. And I didn't know the Democrat booth existed until a few seconds ago. So I walk over there. It may be given that this area does not have a lot of registered Democrats. Maybe that's the reason. There's not a lot of activity in that area. So I ended up approaching the people and talking to them. The first question immediately was, am I a Democrat? Maybe I don't appear like one on the outside. Or maybe it's my new California medallions.
Right. I mean, he's kind of decked out right now with New California. Right, he's got one right there,
Right, it's
and a couple on his hat. There you go. You got to get him.
Definitely representing the movement. When I told them I am not particularly fond of any political party, like I take a neutral stance to kind of start the dialogue so that they be more willing to speak. I was immediately told that I was a bad person.
Really, a bad person.
A bad person, and I thought the lady was joking to try to be a little lighthearted, and then she reiterated it again. But that still wasn't enough to drive me away. So I continued to ask questions. That I was gathering information on how they are promoting their message to the general population. And so there's a globe that they have, and it's supposed to be an indication of their willingness to save the planet from fracking, various other pernicious acts that the allegedly Republican Party is committing right against the world. So they want to preserve the environment. And then there's a spinning wheel, which is an indication, or it has displayed on it, the top 10 notable legislations that were passed by the Democratic Party. So I was asking about that. And they have a few: Obamacare, through the Green New Deal, a few policies passed by LBJ, Civil Rights Movement, and some policies by FDR, so the New Deal. So I was asking them about that. And then I asked why there wasn't a lot of activity and excitement. Their rationale was that there are not a lot of Democratic voters in the area.
And I have to say something here,
Right.
because really, I mean, we are, San Luis Obispo is a liberal town because
Really?
we have Cal Poly. Yes. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And so actually, there's probably more liberals that live in San Luis Obispo County. Well, in Santa Barbara and the north side is south side. But for them to say that, it's just kind of funny to me because it's just not true. So
that was definitely their angle. I guess it's a way to encourage the urgency of the time. If they make it seem like they are the underdog, then they can garner some support. And they paint this, I won't say imaginary, but this kind of vile and vicious enemy of the people, which is represented by the Republican Party in general. So there's no dialogue about any maybe ideas that come out of that wing of party system that may be viable, that may actually be helping people's lives. Maybe there's a reason that people are voting for those particular party candidates that you're not understanding. And is there a way you can kind of have that dialogue with the other side?
Right.
And the response I get was very colorful language. I won't repeat it. But I would rather blank vote for a blank zucchini. So it was vote blue no matter who. So that kind of like just ideological like blindfold that is being worn.
Vote blue
no matter who.
No
So
matter
it doesn't
who.
matter the ideas. Now mind you, there's another booth that's like advocating for like political grassroots movements. And their message is nothing like that. So just on the face of it, you can kind of see where people are coming from.
Yeah.
So that was a very interesting experience.
That just cracked me up. Okay, Jody. So you're a youngster guy. He actually goes to Stanford. You're a student at Stanford.
This is true. A senior now, so I've
senior.
survived so far. One more year, and then I'll be able
Wow.
to enter the world.
And you're gonna do what? What's your major?
I'm a political science major, political economy and development. So, but I'd like to get into some political strategy. So I want to be a
Well,
political
I think you're
strategist.
going to be a senator or something. I'm just going to say that now.
All right,
Yeah,
Jill,
I
thank
could
you.
see a senator here.
Right.
The beginning of a senator. We knew him when, right? When he sat here.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said.
So share with us about your generation and what's your generation think about California right now?
My generation seems to be the embodiment of California. That's what I will say. There seems to be a lot of social currency that you can accumulate by advocating the policies that are most notably associated with the left or the liberal spectrum. So things that are popular is healthcare for all, climate change, so the Green New Deal. Some of the new candidates that have kind of risen to prominence, the freshmen congressmen and congresswomen, they're super popular amongst my peers.
So I have to ask you: is there anything on your campus that allows conservative talking, and is that gaining any weight? Is that are anybody are they kind of leaning to that way? I mean, just saying.
I would tell you one thing. There was an organization called the Freedom Society. It's an organization within the law school, and they were trying to host a speaker, and there was a massive boycott and protest against this speaker, and a lot of emails every day. I don't know how they get these email lists, but everybody gets these emails multiple times a day with the grievances of various campus groups. Expressing their dislike of this person who's supposed to come and speak. Just speak, right? So freedom of speech, right? Underlying this whole movement. And there wasn't a single response from the organization that had kind of brought the speaker in. So that's an instance. There was one time where Dinesh D'Souza was supposed to come, and the student government tried to prevent the Republican, the Stanford College Republicans from hosting the event because you can't use college funds to bring in racist or misogynistic or xenophobic speakers. How do you characterize someone as all those isms? They're just expressing a different thought pattern, a different way to see the world. And I thought that is the purpose of coming to college, to have your thoughts challenged. But obviously that's not the case. It got so bad I think the students tried to buy all the tickets to prevent people from coming, stood outside to discourage people from coming.
And that's your First Amendment right there, people, being taken away. First Amendment. That's why we want the new state of California to bring back all of our constitutional rights that are being taken away from us right underneath our nose. And people are just so passive they don't even realize it, right? I mean, it's just going so quickly. So
this is true. I just think it's popular. It is now popular for people to commit acts like that. Not that everybody would agree to that if they knew what was going on, but there's some people who are unaware of the state of affairs. So I think it's incumbent on us to bring that to light. So I always encourage people who are doing that.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Jody, for coming all the way here. That was all the way here, a 4-hour drive. So I'm going to take a little snapshot of Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte.
Santa Clara County, New California.
Welcome. Want to say anything to your people back at home?
Oh, well, we are going to win, and we are winning, and we're doing it legally by the Article 4, Section 3 of the U.S. Constitution. We are creating a new state from the old state, which is how all the 50 states arrived in the event that it wasn't a territory. So we're very excited about the opportunity and that's been created by the founder, Paul Preston, whom you can go and find online at agenda21radio.com every morning at 6 a.m. So, yeah, give a call anytime. Just dial into newcaliforniastate.com, and all the information is there that you could ever imagine that you need. And we are for real, and this is happening, and it's very soon, within 2 years.
Yes.
Probably less than.
Right.
It's
Let's
very
hope.
exciting.
Let's hope in
We are going
within
to
2 years, right?
We're restoring the rule of law instead of mob democratic rule. We're restoring the Republic of California back to itself.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So I want to go over to the team here. She just got back
Hi.
from talking, and your name is?
Lisa.
And where are you from, Lisa?
Santa Clara County.
This is a whole team of Santa
Yeah.
Clara County people. We love it.
Yeah,
So-
I just ran around the fair and gave out all of our brochures for the 51st state. If anybody wants a New Testament Bible, I've got one of those for them. And really the feedback that I got from people was the top priority was taxes. They're really disgusted with the taxes. So,
Yes.
but I got positive feedback, and
Okay.
they're willing to go online and read our information.
That's great. That's what we're
Thank you.
here. We are the informational place to send people to our website so they can sign up and get all the stuff they need. And this is Miss Lisa, right?
Maryland.
Marilyn.
From Monterey County.
There you go. My mama's name's Marilyn. I should remember.
It's Marilyn Monroe. That's who you
Marilyn. Yeah, from Monterey County. So
Monterey County.
we have Santa Clara and Monterey
Oh,
County.
Monterey
here.
County needs to wake up.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're having a good.
CaliforniaState.com.
Yes, newcaliforniastate.com.
I want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
I want everybody to know that there is hope. If you're so frustrated with what's happening in the state of California, which is the same thing that's happening nationwide, but there is a way that our brilliant founding fathers did make a way for us to be able to. We don't succeed. We create a new state. So they knew that succession is sedition and treason, which is how the Confederate state was set up. The Confederate States was set up. But what we're doing is by Article 4, Section 3, so it's legally in our federal U.S. Constitution. It's so brilliant what our founding fathers provided for us to be able to make a way when it seemed like there wasn't anything through the tyranny, and we are living in a tyranny in
Yes.
the state of California. So anyway, do go check out www.newcaliforniastate.com.
Yes. Triple
It'll be very
state
exciting.
W.
There's hope.
There is hope, and here it is right here. newcaliforniastate.com. All right, guys. So signing out for now, and I will check back with you later.